Finish copying up. The contract is closed by booking profit or loss. Last line. The contract is closed by booking profit or loss. The contract is closed by booking profit or loss. Please stop talking. By booking profit or loss. Those who have not copied, raise your hand. Please quickly. Shall I proceed? Now. Next. Can we exit before maturity date? Can we exit before maturity date? Yes. Answer is what? Yes. If we have buy futures, we can exit by giving a counter sell. If we have buy futures, we can exit by giving a counter sell. If we have buy futures, we can exit by giving a counter sell. At the futures price prevailing on the date of exit. At the futures price prevailing on the date of exit. At the future price prevailing on the date of exit. And vice versa. Vice versa means what? If we have a sell futures, we exit by giving what? A counter buy. That's the meaning. And vice versa. Now, tell me once again, what is the meaning of that? If we have a buy futures, how can I come out of it? By giving what? Counter sell. At what price counter sell? At the futures price prevailing on the date of what? Exit. Suppose I enter into the market on 1st March at 2,278 buy futures. I want to come out on what? 3rd March. I should give a counter sell at 1st March price or 2nd March or 3rd March or 3rd March. Now, yes or no? Like that, I have to give a counter sell at the given date's price and then come out of it by booking profit or loss. Everybody, yes or no? No. Now, up to this we have completed our discussion. I just avoid the last time by giving vice versa. In the right or not? Now, please. Let me continue with my discussion. Two more concepts I want to discuss before we go into some problems in this regard. Please. Now, first concept is called margin. First concept is called as what? Margin. Okay. See. Futures contract is entering into a person with a counterparty, a stock exchange. And with what? A stock exchange. Now, let's take an example. That is Mr. X, that is Mr. Y. X has given what? Buy future. Let's take a simple number, 2,200. And Y has given at what? Same day, sell futures, 2,200. Order will be matched or not? Yes. Who will be the intermediary? The stock exchange. There's a stock exchange here. Everybody understanding? No. Okay. For Mr. X was given buy future. Who is the counter seller? Stock exchange. For Mr. Y was given what? Sell future. Who is a buying party? Stock exchange. Because he asks money only from what? Stock exchange. If he books a profit, he gives money only to what? Stock exchange. So this is what is a portion of a contract. Enna right or not? No. See. For example, the share price on the maturity date, that is the last date, 27th March, becomes 2,300. How much base here? 2,300. X is happy or not? Yes. He gives a counter sell at what? 2,300. How much profit? 100. Who should give him 100 here? Exchange will give him. Yes or no? When the exchange goes for money, another party is on Y. For him, the exchange is what? A counter buy. And how much base here? 2,300. He'll get 100 from him and give 100 to him. Yes or no? Now, Y runs away. In address, ration card wrong address given. Okay. KYC not flouted. Okay. So he's given some wrong address. SIM card also want taken out. Okay. Runs away. What happens to exchange? Like that, There are so many contracts and lakhs of contracts are traded in the market. Yes or no? In that case, if they all run away, last night they all run away, share market crash, person given what? A sell order for, the buy order for higher price, is booking loss, he runs away, can exchange pay? They are obligated to pay. No, because I am going through exchange because I'm not going to have a counterparty risk. We too can enter into futures contract. Nobody can prevent us, but there is no legal remedy because counterparty risk is done. So now, if I go with exchange, there's going to be what? No counterparty risk. They take care of my risk. So no, when I ask under, they should give me. You cannot say, why he has run away? You go and trace why. I say, I don't know who is why. I only know the national stock exchange. No. In that case, exchange has only has to give me money. So no. Exchanges will never take any chance. Will never take what? Any chance. When both of us enter into a contract, they ask us to deposit a money. Deposit what? Is a money. Call us what? Margin money. Call us what? Margin money. Okay. Now, from that margin money only, they'll be transferring what? The amounts. What I'm saying? So, buyer also has deposit margin money, seller has deposit what? Margin money. So it may be around 200 rupees or what? 300 rupees, for example, for a contract. In the example, okay, what happens is only with the money they allow you to enter into what? Contract, and when the margin money is exhausted, they'll kick you out. Are you following what I'm saying? In that case, they will not take what? Any counterparty risk. If you run away, they have some deposit or not. So what happens? They ask you to deposit some money before going for a futures contract. Yes or no? Why the margin money is asked here? For ensuring performance. For ensuring what? Performance. From your margin money only, the amount is what? Debited and amount is credited. So you have to open a margin account with a broker. The clearing member or trading member have to open what? A margin account. So who should deposit margin money? Buyer or seller? Because both can have a profit or what? Loss. So both should deposit what? Margin money with exchange. And when you make a profit, the margin will be what? Credited with more money. If you make a loss, what? Debit your account and credit the other person's account. Everybody yes or no? They don't do what? Everything in open area. They will only start your contract with what? Sufficient money deposited. Everybody following? Yes, now the question is, sir, my margin money is 200. But my loss is 400. What happens? Question arises now. They will be preventing it. We'll see mark-to-market procedure is there. There are two things here. When the share price becomes very volatile, becomes what? Very volatile. Share which is having lot of price movements, the margin percentage is higher. Share which is having what? Less volatile price movement, the margin percentage is what? Lower. Share whose price jumps up and down by 80, 90 rupees up or what? Down. In that case, the amount will be what? Bigger. And share whose price are what? Almost a little bit only shaky. The money will be what? Lesser. Margin money is not same for all the company share. Those company whose shares are what? Very fluctuating. The hospital deposit what? Huge money. And those having what? Less, will be having what? Less margin money. Yes or no? No. There's a scientific way of calculating margin money. It is called as VAR. They call us what? Value at risk. It is one of the chapter in derivatives. Okay, I don't teach that because Greeks say not at ask. So no, there's a very important concept called as what? Value at risk. Where they use standard deviations on to fix what? The margin money. So using a VAR, they fix what? The margin money. Okay, they call us 99% value of risk procedure to fix the margin money. This is done through a software called as SPAN. Okay, SPAN means Standard Portfolio Analysis. That's a chapter as a software. This software will be helping to scientifically determine what? The margin money. Based on that, the exchange will be fixing what? Margin money. Only you can enter into a contract after depositing what? Margin money. As contract will not be entertained. Either number one. Yes or no? Now, more about margin money will be understanding after I complete the MTM. MTM means what? Mark-to-market procedure. I just want to introduce the concept called as what? Margin account. When I enter into the futures share contract, no problem, because I give a buy order, I have to pay the money what? Immediately and get the delivery. Yes or no? But this is what? Future. I can run away in the future. Yes or no? In that case, to avoid a person making loss, running away, they ask you to make what? Deposit in the margin account with the broker, which we call as margin money. The three types of margins we'll be discussing in the later stage after MTM procedure. Everybody following or not? Integrated discussion will be made at the end of the chapter. No. So, to some extent, able to be aware of margin account or not? No. Margin account money will be less or more. It depends on what? The price movements of the stock on which a contract is created. If the stock price are fluctuating, volatile, then what? more the margin money they will be asking. The stock is what? Less volatile. The margin money asking is be what? Less. What is the concept used here? Where. Where means what? Value at risk is used. And what the staff thought using that here? Standard portfolio analysis software is used to determine the margin money. In the right or not? No. Where is a very, very interesting concept, but we don't have in syllabus, nor we having what? Time to discuss that. Hence we leave it. Now. You promised me to stay till April 20, I will do everything. When batch is over, and really examination and all, not at all a chance of being asked, hence we are not discussing. If I have time, I'll just mention about that in the later stages. Can I proceed or not? Now, please. Can I proceed now? Now, next, please. Last concept introduction before you go for a problem. Please. See. TCS shares can be bought in cash market, can be bought in what? Futures market. Okay. So, this is having two markets, spot and then what? Forwards. Okay. Now, futures can be created on anything and everything. Okay. There are following types of futures market existing. I can create a future on a share. The underlying asset is what? Share. And create a future on what? Share. TCS futures, Axis Bank futures and so on. This is called as stock futures. What futures here? Stock futures. Now, please don't talk. First is called as what? Stock futures. Like that, I can create futures on currency. Yes or no? Now, how we have a forward rate for the dollar, I can have what? A futures market also for the dollar. So, instead of share, I can trade on what? Currencies in the futures market. This is called as what? Currency futures. Because what futures? Currency futures. Like that, commodities. We also have what? Commodities. Okay. We have metals. We have what? Gold. We have other metals. We have agricultural commodities like what? Maize, then wheat, rice, etc. Okay. Please. Shh. All these commodities is having a cash market. You can also have what? A futures market. So, after 2 months, what is the wheat price? I can trade what? Today itself. In what? Commodity future. A separate exchange called as what? Say MCX, Mercantile Commodity Exchange having in that will be having what? The commodity futures traded. So futures, very simple, yeah. And what do you quote a forward price? That becomes what? Such future. I quote a forward price for a TCS share, it becomes what? TCS futures or stock futures. You quote a forward price for what? A dollar, it becomes what? Dollar future. Quote a forward price for what? A bag of wheat, it becomes what? Wheat future. Like the futures can be on stock, currency as well as what? Commodities. Three types of futures: stock futures, currency futures, commodity futures. So no. Currency futures will be discussing separately in the application of derivative, where one more slot is there, around 4 or 5 problems. Remember? No, we'll do that in that stage. Mostly this chapter will deal with what? Stock futures as well as what? Commodity futures. In the right or not? No. Apart from that, futures market like hero is that. Okay, that is the largest volume traded. It is called as index futures. What futures here? Index futures. I don't trade on TCS shares. I don't trade on Infosys shares. I don't trade on gold. I don't trade on wheat. I don't trade on dollar. I trade on the index itself. I trade on what? The index itself. I buy and sell Nifty. I buy and sell what? The Sensex. The index points are traded. Are you following what I'm saying? It's a very, very important tool for hedging later. We call it index hedging and what? Beta hedging later. Index funds also have come into picture. For only the latest Nobel Prize also has been given for, say, doing on what? Index funds. Are you following what I'm saying? There's a future called as what? Index futures. What I'm saying? Now, this is unique to futures market alone. Is not there in cash market. Are you following? I'll tell you one example. See, say for example, today, the Nifty. You all should have been all day aware of index. Who thought? We only did in the class. Now in portfolio, I also know how the index is constructed and all. Extra no. Now we have an index. In our country, let us take two famous index. One is what? Nifty, another is what? Sensex. Nifty is much more famous. Can I say? Now take Nifty. Okay. Now today, the Nifty suppose is quoting at 20,176 points. How many points are? 20,176 points. Please. Oh, sorry, it is. மறந்து போய் சொல்லிட்டேன் இப்போ. ஓகே ஓகே, இது சென்செக்ஸ். ஓகே, Nifty is trading at 5,790 points. 5,790 points. Okay, now please. This is nothing but value of a portfolio consisting of top 50 shares. Right or not? Now, so this is the index. Okay. Now my question is, can I buy a Nifty? I pay 5,790 rupees. Somebody pays 5,790 rupees and say, give me all the 50 combinations. I will give a. Is it possible to buy a Nifty or no? Nifty cannot be delivered because it is not a security. I can buy a TCS share today. I can buy what? An Axis Bank share today. I cannot buy what? Nifty, because Nifty is only an index point. Nifty is not what? A real asset. It cannot be delivered. So no. So that means there's no cash market for Nifty. I cannot buy and sell Nifty. I can buy and sell only what? Stock inside the Nifty. Is it clear? I cannot buy and sell Nifty. I can buy and sell only what? Stock within the Nifty. So no. No. But I can buy and sell Nifty futures. I can buy and sell what? Nifty futures. Okay. Now, how we have a Nifty quarter? Now, the two Nifties you can see today in the NSE. Okay. One is what? Spot Nifty. Another is what? Nifty futures. Okay. Now, suppose today is what? 1st March. Is a cash market Nifty. Okay. On same 1st March, 5,795 is what? A Nifty future expiring on what? 27th March. For example, how much is 27th March? Are you following what I'm saying? Now, suppose a person has given a buy order for this Nifty future. Given what? Buy order for this Nifty future. Tell me what the meaning? A person has agreed to buy one Nifty at how much rupees? 5,795 rupees. On what day? 27th March. On what 27th March? He has purchased a Nifty. Yes or no? Spot or forward purchase? Forward purchase. Sir, how sir a person can purchase what? Nifty on 27th March? How can he deliver Nifty? Question is now. No need to deliver Nifty because futures market we no need to deliver. Is only given what? Counter sell. On that day there is a Nifty point or not? They give a counter sell at that particular Nifty point, and the profit and loss is what? Booked because it is only cash delivery. Yes or no? Since futures does not require delivery on anything, it is what? Trade. Rajagopal wait future. I don't clear for number contract. Okay, now. Example. Okay, now. Today is an example. I have not seen, never seen a weight. Suppose today Rajagopal is 78 kg. How many kg is there? 70. More or less, you judge. Yeah. Okay, more or less. What you want to tell. I'll put that. Okay, not an issue. Okay, now. Okay, now. Rajagopal today is 100 kg. Accept on the reason. Too much. Let's have it. Okay, now. Now, spot Rajagopal 100 kg. Okay, now 31st March futures I am trading. Okay, you bet. Stop talking. Listen here. Rumba simple. 31st March futures contract expires. Okay, you trade on my weight. Okay, say Rajagopal weight. I agree to buy the weight at I agree to buy the weight at 110 kg. How many kg is there? 110. You believe that I will grow to what? 110 on the day. Yes or no? No. Shh. Please. Suppose on 31st March, my weight drops to 60 kgs. After completing the batch, remember what I'm saying? No. After shouting, somersault, everything happens. It is what? 60 kgs. Now, what happens is, you agree to buy at 110, give a counter sell at what? 60 kg, have a loss of 50. Yes or no? No. That's all, yeah. Anything, whether future is there, are you what I'm saying? On anything and everything what? Futures can be traded because no need to have a delivery. Everybody, are you understanding the concept or not? No. Only when delivery is required, asset can be traded. Yes or no? When there's no delivery on anything what? The trading can happen. That is why, please. How I can create future on TCS shares? How I can create futures on a dollar? How I can create futures on what? A wheat. I can also create futures on what? Index. We have Nifty futures, very famous in our country. Where the futures get on what? Nifty. Based on Nifty price movement up and down, I'll be booking what? Profit or loss. Either because index futures. What futures here? Index futures. This is a very, very important concept globally because most of the hedge funds globally uses only index futures for various financial engineering products. Are you following what I'm saying? We'll see the users as we progress into what? That chapter later. Everybody understanding it or not? Now, tell me how many types of futures are there? Till now, how many types are seen here? 4 types. Four types are stock future. The underlying asset is what? Share. Next is what? Currency. It is what? Currency. Third is what? Commodities. Where it is going to be commodities underlying asset. And fourth is what? Index futures. Now, in this, understand that stock futures, index futures is now settled through cash. Settled through what? Cash only. That is, nobody will give the share or take the money. Profit and loss is what? Book and settlement take place. Index futures can be settled only in what? Cash. Stock futures, earlier if you want delivery, you have to intimate the exchange before itself. And they'll ensure what? Delivery. But now BSN has made that it should be only on what basis? Cash settlement basis. Lot of hassles are there in doing that. So it is through what? Cash only. These two are only through what? Cash. Okay. Currency futures also depends. Okay. It is also mostly on what? Cash delivery only. Mostly these three will be settled through what? Cash delivery and cash settlement only. Delivery can be insisted on what? Currency futures if you require. Can I say? Now, come to the commodity futures. Okay. Commodity futures alone, agricultural commodities till date should be settled only through what? Delivery. They don't allow you to go for cash settlement. There's a logic behind this. Without delivery, if you are going to go for a particular item, people can easily speculate. What I'm going to gain or lose is only profit. I don't have to do any work. Click on the mouse. Everything is not over. Right or not? No. I can just, without having a TCS share and being a beggar, I can order for a 20 lakh rupees worth of futures contract by depositing only 5%, 10% margin money. Yes or no? And I can bet on the price. I can rig the prices. Rigging means what? Make the price move to my tune. Are you what I'm saying? No. Agricultural commodities, people watch it closely, both traders, consumers, etc. So no. When agricultural commodities, if you allow to trade in the futures market without any control, what happens is, if they rig the future prices, spot price also get affected. On that day itself, the price is going, tomato is going to be what? 150 rupees per kilo. Today it should be at least what? 70 or 80. Or people start what? Hoarding it, buying it, everything can happen or not. So what happens is, people say, if you are really worried about trading in the market, you should have the commodity before you go for trading. You should not shoot on what? Open air, because when I insist on delivery, I should have the commodity before you go for the contract. If I don't have the commodity and I go for the contract, recklessly I will be quoting what? Price as a, I like what? Yeah, speculation game only, not a real price discovery. Are you understand what I'm saying? In that case, agricultural commodity alone, the country has said that you should not go for what? Cash settlement. Go only for what? The delivery only, because it is the prices of the commodity which are consumed by the people daily is affected. So delivery is there for what? Commodity futures. All others now that is going to be only what? On what basis? Cash delivery basis. Everybody yes or no? It is settlement of delivery. No. Apart from the notes we have written, two more points I have discussed. Point number one is what? Margin account. Who asks for margin account? Exchange. Why they ask for margin account? If you book a loss, you should not run away. Only your money is with them. They can what? Recover the loss from that account. Yes or no? Who should deposit margin account? Buyer or seller? Both should, because both has got a chance of making profit or loss. Is the margin money same for all futures? No. It depends on the volatility of the item that is being traded. So what is the concept use of fixing that? Value at risk is the concept. The software use is standard portfolio analysis. SPAN means for standard portfolio analysis. We'll discuss this during the margin account notes. Can I proceed? Last point is what? Futures can be on stocks, can be on commodities, can be on currencies, also on what? Index. These three can be delivered. This cannot be what? Delivered. Then how can we create? No problem. Future doesn't require delivery. On anything futures can be created is the next issue. No. It seems to be very much theory, but we are discussing the working of the market so that problem can be later understood properly. Can I proceed further? Write down last point. Why you are shouting? Next point number. Point number. That is, forward is done between two parties. Currency is done through what? Exchange. Number one. Okay, I go to a bank and book a forward rate. Remember? Here I go to what? Exchange. There's a standardized contract size. No delivery. Only booking what? Profit or loss. That's what I'm saying. So it is done through an exchange. No counterparty risk also. Forward, they'll be charging some brokerage. I don't have a futures contract. Lot of benefits are there. There's also disadvantage. We'll be discussing that later. Now, please. Shh. Futures is same as what? Forward, except a way of operating, that's all. Okay, now, next, give the heading, margin account. Or margin account, no need to write it. We'll have a separate notes for the problem, okay? Leave it. Next is index futures. Index futures. Point number 1. Can we buy a Nifty today? Point number 1. Can we buy a Nifty today? Index futures, underline that. Can we buy a Nifty today? Question mark. Tell me, can I buy a Nifty today or not? No. Yes or no? No. Can I buy Nifty today? No. I don't know. Because Nifty cannot be delivered. Can we buy Nifty today? Question mark. Answer is what? No. Because Nifty cannot be delivered. Nifty cannot be delivered. Please. Nifty cannot be delivered. Can I proceed? Point number 2. Can we buy today Nifty futures? Can we buy today Nifty futures? Tappa answer solriya. Okay. Can we buy today Nifty futures? Question mark. Tell me yes or no? Yes. I don't. Yes. Because on maturity date. Yes. Because on maturity date, the futures contract are settled not by delivery. On maturity date, the futures contract are settled not by delivery, but by booking profit or loss. The futures contract are settled not by delivery, but by booking profit or loss. But by booking profit or loss. But by booking profit or loss. Everybody, are you following or not? That is, let's call us what? Cash settlement. Profit or loss. Can I proceed? Write down point number 2 or 3 here? 3. There are popularly 4 types of futures that are traded. There are popularly 4 types of futures that are traded. Popularly 4 types of futures that are traded. Branch it into 4. Branch it into 4. First branch, stock futures. Stock futures. Second branch one, index futures. Stock futures, index futures. Third is currency futures. Last is commodity futures. Currency futures and then commodity futures. Stock futures, put the down again, right? Cash settlement. I am telling the present position. Okay, it may be reversed anytime by the exchanges. Cash settlement. Index, no problem. Always what? Cash settlement. Index futures, always cash settlement. Currency futures also cash settlement. Currency futures also cash settlement. Commodities, like agricultural commodities, not gold and all is settled otherwise than by delivery only. Mainly what? Agricultural commodities. Agricultural commodities are settled only through. Agricultural commodities are settled only through. Are settled only through what? Delivery. Are settled only through delivery. Settled only through delivery. The delivery, you may ask us, sir, how I know counterparty, how to deliver? Question arises now. In the contract note itself, they give the delivery terms. Okay, unnecessarily you should not be transporting. Suppose I am in Chennai, I should not be made to transport to Delhi. In that case, they will give you where to deliver and how much quantity, in which form to deliver, how to do packing, everything will be what? Given, elaborate in the contract note itself, and you should deliver as agreed. You should not deviate from what? Delivery term, deviate, external putting a penalty. Everybody follow what I am saying? So that should be a clear idea about how the delivery should be made in the contract note itself. Everybody follow what I am saying? Now, this is regarding the futures introduction. In introduction, now, yes or no? Now, we started till now, not at over. Okay, we are completed what? Up to some stage, introduction, please. Only thing is, don't lose heart. Don't lose what? Heart. We'll keep on building the chapter more and more. We'll give you more and more clarity. Now, first of all, till now what I discussed, are you following or not? Yes, I have no other way to what? Teach it. I have to tell all these issues in one go only. Are you following what I am saying? Now, let's start doing some problems in this regard. Please. Shh. Don't shout. Please. Quickly. Page number 101. Stop talking. Please. Shh. Can you start now? Please. Shh. See, I have to complete up to question number 4 today, mark to market. 1, 2, 3, you should be completing another 10 or 15 minutes. Please, let's do it quickly. Nothing great. What has been discussed is going to be applied, that's all. Can I proceed up? Now, first, stop talking. On 15th January, Mr. X bought a January Nifty contract which cost him 2,69,000. For this, he has to pay an initial margin of 21,520. Each Nifty futures contract is for delivery of 200 Nifties. Generally, question will give you the contract size. If they don't give you the Nifty, now is how many contracts? 100 Nifties is one contract. Okay. So one contract, how many Nifties here? 100 Nifties. Generally, the question will give you how to use that. Okay. What is the question here? 200. On 25th January, index closed. Why the index did not close on 26th January? Holiday. Stock is what? Holiday. Republic Day. So, right, 25th January, the index closed at 1,360 in the old problem. Okay. Now, how much profit or loss did he make is the issue. Rumba simple question. Can you start or not? Now, all this to get used to the numbers and calculations. Now, right, question number 1. We'll write the answer together. Right, question number 1. Question number 1. Okay. Okay, tell me, Mr. X went for a buy futures or sell futures? He has agreed to buy how many Nifties? One contract means what? 200 Nifties. At what price? 2,69,000. Take a calculator and tell me what is 2,69,000 divided by what? 200. 1,345. Now, let me discuss, then say whether I am right or not. I'll define the contract now. Mr. X has agreed to buy how many Nifties? 200 Nifties. At what price? 1,345. Yeah, agreed to buy 200 Nifties at 1,345. On which date? 25th January. The agreement is made today. 15th January entry into the contract. But the contract as a transaction date is what? On 25th January. Yes or no? No. On 25th January, will we really buy Nifty? No. The buy will be given what? Account as sell and close. Profit or loss is booked. No. When you enter into the contract, can you go with an empty pocket? No. He will be asked to deposit how much to base here? Margin money. How much to base here? 21,520. These are the details of the sum. Response is or no? No. Can I proceed further? Write down first. Point number 1. Question number 1 written or not? Right. Point number 1. On 15th January, Mr. X has agreed to buy On 15th January, Mr. X has agreed to buy. Mr. X has agreed to buy how many Nifties? 200 Nifties at. Mr. X has agreed to buy 200 Nifties at how much rupees? 1345. Mr. X has agreed to buy 200 Nifties at 1345. Expiring on which date here? 25th January. Expiring on 25th January. By depositing, expiring on 25th January, by depositing initial margin of, how much rupees? 21,520. By depositing initial margin of 21,520 with the exchange. 21,520 with the exchange. I am dictating this elaborately to have a flow of the transaction. Everybody understanding it or not? Now, this is what I have done today. Now, when I wake up, 25th January. He did not exit earlier, no detail given until on what? Maturity date. Right down. Next point number 2. On maturity date. Underline that. On maturity date, underline that. On maturity date, underline that. Can we start or not? Now, tell me. On maturity date, he is now having a buy position at how much rupees here? 1345. Right? Buy 1345. On maturity date, can he really buy by paying 1345 asking for Nifty? No. Exchange gives what? Counter sell. What is the Nifty value on the maturity? Otherwise the counter sell is given. Tell me. 1360. So it is given a counter sell at 1360. He is having a buy 1345, sell 1360. He is bringing a profit or loss? Profit. Profit per Nifty. What profit per Nifty? 15 rupees. Profit per Nifty is 15. The profit is equal to, how many Nifties here? 200 Nifties into 15. Is how much rupees here? 3000. Profit is equal to 3000. Now, when the contract closes, margin account can be closed or not? Write down. He will close his margin account. He will close his margin account and receive a money of. He closes margin account and receive a money of. How much will he receive? Receive an amount of how much rupees? How much already deposited? 21,520. Will he give me back 21,520 or more than that? More than that. Plus what? 3,000. 21,520 plus 3,000. Give how much? 24,520. And receive a money of 24,520. And receive an amount of 24,520. That's what he realizes from the margin account at the end of the 25th January. Respond. Yes or no? No. Next, question number 2. Let's do it quickly. Question number 2. Please, all of you. On 15 January, X sold January Nifty contract for 269. For this, he has to pay initial margin of 21,520. Each Nifty is on delivery of 200. 20th January closed at what? 1,390. How much profit or loss did he make? Everything is same. He is going to go for what? Sell futures. Can I person write down question number 2, please? Question 2. Point number 1. On 15th January, understand that right? Point number 1. On 15th January, Mr. X has agreed to sell. On 15th January, Mr. X has agreed to sell how many Nifties? 200 Nifties. Agreed to sell 200 Nifties at 1,345. Mr. X has agreed to sell 200 Nifties at 1,345 on the maturity date. On the maturity date, 25th January. Agreed to sell 200 Nifties at 1,345 on the maturity date, 25th January. By depositing a margin of, how much rupees? 21,520. By depositing a margin of 21,520. 21,520. Everybody, can I proceed on? Now, tell me, point number 2 or 3? 2. On maturity date, on maturity date. Okay. Tell me, he is having what position? Buy. Sorry, sir. Okay, he is having what position? Sell. Accept that. 1,345. Sell portion of 1,345. Gives what? A counter buy. At what price? 1,390. Our person is happy, unhappy, unhappy. What is the loss here? 45. This is the loss per Nifty. Loss per Nifty, 45 rupees. What is the total amount of loss here? 200 into 45. How much rupees? The loss amount is 9,000. Can you run away? No problem. Exchange is having is 21,520 in hand. Yes or no? No. So what about exchange will give back the deposit money or not? Will they give the entire 21,520? No. They will deduct what? 9,000 and give the balance amount. Ennappa right or not? Right down. Next. The exchange will return the initial margin. The exchange will return the initial margin after debiting the loss. The exchange will return the initial margin after debiting the loss. The exchange will return the initial margin after debiting the loss. The exchange will return the initial margin after debiting the loss. Everybody, I have the clarity or not? No. With this, question number 2 has been completed. Can I proceed or not? No. Take question number 3. Very simple, small sum. So prices and all, don't get annoyed. These are all old prices at the respective times. Can I proceed? I cannot frequently keep on changing the workbook for prices. Can I proceed? No. Following quotes are observed by Mr. X on March 11, 2005 in Economic Times. Please. Shh. SBI March 2005 futures. 05 means 2005 futures. 720.5. HLL April 2005 futures 144.3. Nifty May 2005 futures 2,140. Tell me, first future expires on what? March end. HL expires on what? April end. Nifty expires on what? May end. Now futures can have different expiry dates. And by the not? Now, I have given you the agreed prices. Explain what these quotes indicate. Also, if the initial margin is 10% and Mr. X wants to buy 100 of each, how much margin should be deposited individually? Very simple. Can I proceed on? Now, tell me the meaning of this. SB, that is, X has observed the contracts. Suppose he's going to buy these futures. Tell me, SBA March 2000 futures 720.5. Tell me what the meaning of that. On March 11, if a person goes for what? Buying this future 720.5, is agreed to buy at the end of what? March. The SBA at how much rupees? 720.5. I think that need not be explained. Already explained so many amount of time. Yes or no? No. That's also calculated what? The initial margin amount. Can I present right? Right now? Next. Question number 3. Calculation of initial margin. Calculation of initial margin. Okay. Understand that margin is always applied on contract value. Okay. Calculation of initial margin. Now, have the following column: security. First column security. Second column contract value. Third column margin. Question number 3. Security, contract value, and then margin. Okay. Take one by one. For the first security, unless I'm getting futures, SBI. Okay. I am going to go for how many futures? 100. 100 share, they said, na? 100. Every SBI future contract price, how much? 720.5. 720.5. That is, the futures price is 720.5 and what is the number of shares? 100. That means my futures contract value, what is the amount here? How much? 72,050. 72,050. Sorry, 72,050. Okay. 72,050. Please. On this, how much margin here? 10%. Always on the value of the contract, ask for what? Margin. And the 10% may change from share to share based on what? Volatility. Something around 5 to 10 they fix a percentage. Can I bust it? So how much deposit here? Sorry, 10% into 72,050. Is how much base? 7,205. So for this futures contract with the exchange, what should be deposited here? 7,205. Agreed or not? Now, next share is what? HLL. HLL. Okay. Now tell me, how many shares? 100 shares. What is the futures contract price? 1%. 144.30 is equal to how much? 14,430. 14,430. Can I put or not? Now, on this 10% into what? 14,430. What should be the margin here? 1,443. 1,443. Please. Third is what? Nifty. 100 Nifties. What is the value of every Nifty? 2,140. Is how much here? 21. 2,14,000. 10% into what? 2,14,000. Is how much a base? 21,400. Okay. 21,400. No, 48 number. Please, shh. Tell me the total here. How many? 30,000? 30,048. Okay. Understand that all the three margin accounts will be kept what? Separately. Will be kept separately. But a lot of rules in stock exchange where if I take a buy, I also take a sell position. I take what? Suppose I buy that is go for a 3 months HL buy futures and then 4 months HL what? Sell futures and so on. When I take a buy and sell position, I am having a counterparty for both. Yes or no? In that case, exchange will be allowing me to want net out the positions and deposit the net margins and all. For a lot of rules are there not required. How the margins can be netted, they call as calendar spread, etc. Where the margins can be netted if I have an offsetting position in the futures market. Because if I take a buy, I take position, say sell. I am having both positions. Exchange is having less risk with me. Yes or no? Because when I gain in buy, I should necessarily lose in what? Sell position also. They'll be having some procedure for netting of the margins. Allow me to only deposit the remaining amount. Everybody, yes or no? No. So this is regarding the margin amount to be deposited. Enna clarity irukka? No. Question up to question number 3, nothing great. Just getting used to what some terminology used in the market. Can I proceed? Now, with this question I'll complete today. Very important. Call us what? Mark to markup procedure. Give the heading mark to market procedure. Last. Okay, please. Mark to market procedure. Okay. Just 10 minutes, I'll complete this. Please. Shh. Stop. Don't talk. Please. Suppose can I proceed? No. Suppose Mr. Ram buys TCS futures today at 1,500 and hold it for 3 days. And the futures price at the end of day 1, 1,520, day 2, 1,490, day 3, 1,600. Explain how he will realize the profit of rupees 100 over the futures holding period. Very important concept. Accounts also be having journal entries for all this in the standards later. Okay. Very important procedure called as mark to market procedure. Simple. Can you start or not? Now, see, Ram went to the futures market to take a long position or short position. Short position. Long or short? Short position. Now, he has agreed to buy TCS shares at how much a base? 1500 on some maturity date. Innama right or not? No. Napa? That's what I said, yeah? Shh. See, again I repeat. Ram has agreed to buy TCS shares at 1500. Correct, Abba? Yes, that's what I said. How much is it? 1500. Please. Shh. You have taken long position. Correct, Abba? Now, please. Shh. Come back. You will never go home or never go to office if I don't complete this, participate. Can I proceed? Please. I am saying it important. Can I proceed? Now. He has agreed to buy TCS shares at 1500 on a maturity date. Yes or no? Did he hold the position till maturity date? Came out early. He was there in the futures market only for how many days here? 3 days. At the end of the third day, when he want to come out, how will he come out? By giving a counter sell. He gave a counter sell at the end of the third day. How much is here? 1600. So he had a buy portion of 1500. He gave a counter sell of what? 1600. Came out with a profit of how much in margin account? 100 rupees. Now, we should understand that this 100 rupees profit is not earned on third day. Understand? It's not earned on what? Third day. The profit is earned through 3 days. It is earned through what? Through 3 days. The exchange follows a procedure, very logical procedure to protect itself, called as what? Mark-to-market procedure, that gives you more light about margin accounts and other issues. Very basic procedure. Can I start or not? Now, how the exchange works, let us see. Can I start or not? Now, please all of you participate. No need to copy. Mark-to-market procedure. Now, I went to the futures market today. Suppose around afternoon 12 o'clock. Okay, afternoon what? 12 o'clock. Auspicious time identified. I went today at 12 o'clock on first day. I ordered a buy futures. Buy futures at what price? 1500. At what price? 1500. Okay. Now, what the exchange does is, every day, at the end of each day, the exchange closes all the future contracts. Closes what? All the futures contract. As if today is the maturity date. It closes what? All the contract as if what? Today is a maturity date at the day end price. Okay. How that price is calculated later we'll discuss. At what? A day end price, which we call a settlement price. What price is a settlement price? Today if the future matures, everybody close, order will be booked the profit or loss. So no. So every day all the contracts are what? Closed by the exchange. When they close all the contracts at today's settlement price, some will be making profit, other will be making loss. So no. In that case, what happens is the amount will be transferred between the accounts. Are you following what I am saying? So today end, the futures market close at a price how much rupees? 1520. Day one end, what the price here? 1520. So what the exchange does is, they give me a counter sell. I am having a buy, they give me what? A counter sell. So today the last day I give a counter sell or not, they give me a counter sell. And how much rupees here? 1520. And my margin account will be debited or credited with a profit how much rupees here? 20 rupees. Yes or no? No. Then what happens is, it is marked to market. Now my futures price is not 1500, becomes what? 1520. Next day, the exchange revises all the contracts. Revise what? All the contracts. And how much is here? 1520. And already 20 have taken out. Yes or no? Revise at what? 1520. Simple. I sleep today, I wake up tomorrow. Yes or no? Today I am dying, tomorrow I am born. Yes or no? I die tomorrow, I am born what? I die today, I am born what? Tomorrow. Like that. Slip on the next. Please, like that. Daily contract close and next day what? Open. Please tell me. In that case, they don't open 1500 for me because already 20 taken by me. They always mark the contract price to market. What I am saying? So next day the market opens back at what? 1520. The previous day's settlement price becomes what? Today is my contract price. Yes or no? Now tell me, day 2 end, how much? What is the settlement price? 1490. The futures close at what? 1490. Now I have agreed to buy a 1520 at how much? Give me a count on 1490. On that day, I am suffering a profit or loss? Loss. They'll book loss in the margin account. Debit or credit? Debit. With how much rupees? 30 rupees. Ennappa, right or not? Now, tell me. Now, my contract price becomes what? 1490 because it's marked to market. Yes or no? No. Third day, my contract gets opened with what? 1490. Yes or no? No. It is not at the end of third day. I come out. What? I come out. And how much rupees? 1600. It is not the exchange giving me a natural counter sell. I give a counter sell to what? 1600. Profit or loss? Profit. How much profit here? 110. Now, for me, the account is closed because I have exited the contract. What happens is somebody who is buying from me, for him the reverse price will be what? 1600. From there the contract continues. Everybody following what I am saying? That is, my margin gets closed. Somebody will be what? Continuing with that account. Everybody following what I am saying? In that case, tell me how much I earned in my margin account overall over 3 days. How much credit here? 100 rupees. That's why I earn my 100 rupees profit. That is, profit is booked on what basis? Day-to-day basis. They don't wait for the last day because when I book day-to-day basis, exchange is safe. Today 30 rupees last, my margin is what? Debited. Exchange need not worry about the last once again. And when I have a 110 rupees profit, somebody will be having what? Loss. He has already booked it, it need not worry about it. He is always booking what? Profit and loss day-to-day basis because there is no counterparty risk for the exchange. Now what happens is, like this, in my margin account, all of you listen, last point, in my margin account, I deposit some money. Suppose here I deposit 400 rupees. How much is it? 400 rupees. Example, margin money. Now, someday that amount will be debited, some amount will be what? Credited. Now, when the amount is credited, the margin balance what? Increases. Debited, the margin balance what? Decreases. Suppose I went to the futures market at Ragugalam. Ragala means bad time. I went to market at what? Very bad time. Okay. When I enter from that time onward, the price is always decreasing. Price is what? Always decreasing. I am booking last day after day. My margin balance will be reducing one by one. Yes or no? If it becomes negative, where I will go? Exchange will not allow it to become what? Negative. Because after some time, ask me to top up once again. It's like a prepaid card. Like what? A prepaid card. You can talk only as long as balance is there. We can trade only as long as what? The balance is there. If the margin account balance is exhausted, it will be sent out of the contract. You know what I am saying? They don't allow you to trade what? Further, the contract will be closed. What I am saying? It's a compulsory closure. Yes or no? No. Please. What happens is, 400 initial margin is said now. Now they say 100 rupees. They call it maintenance margin. What margin? Maintenance margin. When the balance touches 100 rupees, they give you a call to top up to 400. To top up to what? 400. And if you don't do, if it becomes what? 0, they'll send you out of the contract. Everybody follow what I'm saying? That is, otherwise, exchange has to bear the last year. So no, as long as you have margin, you can play with the what? Price as a margin exhausted, it will be what? Sent out. Are you following? Now, tell me, how many ways a contract can be closed? 3 ways. A contract will be closed on the maturity date. 27th March, again I say, please wait for 2 more days. I expect the price to what? Increase. I close on April 5th, nobody will be agreeing. Last date is what? 27th March. On the profit and loss, take and go home. Yes or no? It will be closed on what? Maturity date. Number 2 is, on my own, voluntarily, I can close on what? Exit yearly. It's the second option. Yes or no? Third option is, if you don't have the money in what? Margin account, automatically close. Yes or no? These are the 3 ways in which the exchange ensures what? Performance of the futures contract. Everybody following what I am saying? More about margin account balance, how it moves, we'll seeing in the next term. Are you following the mark to market process or not? Now, simply, what is mark to market here? Daily basis, the contract is closed and reopened in the next day. Today it is closed at the settlement price and reopened next day at what? The last day settlement price and continued. Now, one last point, please. This settlement price now 1520. How the exchange determines? Okay. Normally, last traded price. Okay. Today, that is the exchange closes at 325. Okay. At 325, when the exchange closes, the last transaction would have happened. In the last transfer would have happened at the last time or not. Now, that price will be taken as the latest price at which the contract is traded. some Z and Y has entered into a contract at 1520, the 1520 is what? The latest price at which 2% enter into the contract of TCS share. Yes or no? That price will be taken as what? Settlement price to close the contract. This is point number 1. Yes, but sometimes what happens is, a person may purposefully rig. I am already having a buy futures for 1500. Last, that is minute, okay, I give only 2 orders. How many orders? 2 orders. 200 TCS, I give an order for 1800. About contract, 1800. I am already having 50 orders. What I am saying, in that case, I may rig the price, purposefully boost it up to have a high settlement price. Possible or not? In the case the exchange says, I don't believe in the last transaction. They take what? Last few minutes transaction. Last what? A few minutes transaction and do the volume weighted price. Okay. Because I may do 2 orders at 1800. There will be 100 orders at what? 1600. They'll be giving more weight to what? 1600. They take a volume weighted price to find out what? The settlement price. So no. That is why if you see the exchange code, they call VWAF means what? Volume weighted average price will be generally used for what? The settlement in the last minute. Everybody follow what I am saying? Exchange has got the full right to fix what? Settlement price. You cannot question about that. No. This is how the futures market works. Now just copy the mark to market procedure quickly. We'll have the notes of this in the next class. Copy this quickly. Question number 2 or 3 abba? Question number 4. Okay, the question number 4. Copy this quickly. One minute, yeah. Let others copy. 5 minutes time is left now. 9:15. Please close the door. It creates disturbance to others who are copying. Yeah, please. Wait for 5 minutes. Nothing is going. They are not going to launch a rocket. No, please. Wait for 5 minutes. You're going to go to auditor's office. That's all. No. Please copy this and go.